What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and I'm here with the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 2, Episode 15. The episode is titled To Martell the Truth. Bullshit if he told it. Well, I guess he did in his own way. Alright, you guys, let's get into this episode review, shall we? Alright, you guys, so the episode picked up where the last one left off. You guys remember Marcus and Martell, they were into it with one another, and that's where we picked up at. So then we see Tisha. Tisha like really irks my spirit, irks my nerves, irks every bone in my body. So Tisha is talking to Maurice and Kimmy, and she's telling Maurice that she and Kimmy talked at the Mommy Brunch podcast, and they all good now. I'm just like, oh God, girl, shut the fuck up. Damn. So we then have to discuss once again, who else? Wanda. I'm just like, why are we discussing Wanda? And then Marcel chimed in talking about the fact that, Kimmy was wrong and so was Tisha. No, it was just your wife that was wrong. You can't invite somebody to somewhere that you were invited to. The only way you can invite someone somewhere is if they tell you, hey, you can bring a +1. And even if she was offered to bring a +1, Marcel is your +1. They didn't say a +1, +2. It just really annoyed me listening to them because they talking about that, Kimmy was rude. I don't think Kimmy was rude. All Kimmy said was, the fact that, oh, I guess Marcel and Tisha invited you. And I'm in agreement with Kimmy. If Wanda felt some type of way, that's between Wanda and whoever she answers to, but it ain't got nothing to do with me. She wasn't invited, and then when she did come, she stirred up a bunch of shit for no reason. So then, they talk about the whole thing about Wanda being sanctioned, and Kim said, I never said that. And Marcel's like, yeah, she did. She says, no, I didn't. And the producers played it back. She did not say she was sanctioned. Marcel asked her was she sanctioned, and Kimmy never gave a definitive. She never said yes or no. And then my thing is when they keep talking about Kimmy, but Kimmy did not have to be nice to Wanda. Like, I don't understand where y'all coming from that she had to be nice and respectful. She wasn't disrespectful to Wanda, but I don't know where y'all getting out that she just had to respect Wanda. Wanda don't respect nobody. So then we see Mel. So Mel is in the studio, and she's recording the song now. As I was out tonight driving, and she posted on her Instagram page a snippet of the song. It sounds really good. I meant to take down when the single is available. It's gonna be available in March. I don't remember the date, but it's in March. You guys can go find her on social media and take a look at it. It sounded good to me. So Mel is in the studio, and she has her brother Marcus, come to the studio. So she and Marcus talk, and Marcus is like, you had me come to this Halloween party that Destiny had, but, I get there, talk to your kids, ask them, where's your mommy? And they don't know. And Mel's like, what, I do apologize about that, having you come to the party, having you come, and I wasn't there. She said she just didn't want to deal with any of the drama or the BS involved with Martell. I understand it. Martell is a lot. But you not dealing with the BS. Your brother had to deal with it. And she's like, what do you mean? And he tells her, like, I told Martell what the kid said to Troy. And, Martell's all up in my face. I'm like, he ought to beat my ass and all that kind of stuff. She's like, no, he did not. She was like, yes, he did. Martell feels some type of way. I'm going to talk about Martell a little bit deeper in just a little bit, you guys. So stick with me. We definitely going to get into him. All right, you guys. Next, let's talk about Wanda. So Tisha is away, so it's just Wanda and Marcel at the crib. So Wanda and Marcel sit down and have a conversation with each other. And in this moment, I realize where Tisha gets her lack of accountability from. It's Wanda. 100% Wanda. So Marcel and Wanda are discussing Jalen's party. Wanda just does not see where she's wrong. Wanda talking about, well, if God put something on my heart, I had to speak it. First of all, you and your daughter have had beef with Mel for a while now. And I honestly still don't know why Wanda chimed into that beef. So I don't know. I don't know if God actually told you to say something to to Mel or not, or if that was just you being messy. And then I was looking at Wanda's hair. Wanda's hair looked like Gorilla Glue girl's hair. I was like, did you put some Gorilla Glue in your hair? So, she said she had to speak to Mel. It makes no sense to me. Wanda's just been messy. Like, Wanda wants to be messy. Wanda wants to stir the pot up. That's what bothers me with that old messy woman. So, now I'm gonna give Wanda one thing and one thing only. She was talking to Mel. She never addressed Martell until Martell addressed her. So Martell did sort of start the situation. And, but y'all were hurling insults back and forth at one another. So at that point, that negates it. Yes, he came up to you. You could have said, you know what, Martell, I'm not entertaining you right now. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Mel. Now, if you want to have a conversation with Mel, I will back away. But I'm having a conversation with Mel. I also wish that Marceau would have stepped up. Like, that dude, that's your mother-in-law. Despite what you think or feel about Wanda, she's still your mother-in-law. And this man is bucking up to your mother-in-law. So, yeah, like I said, in this scene, I was just looking at Wanda. And Wanda she lacks any accountability because she wants to blame stuff on Kimmy. It's just like, lady, this was all you. First of all, I wonder how did Kimmy invite her. I mean, not Kimmy, but Tisha invited her mama to that damn party. Because if she didn't give her if she didn't get an invitation, that should have let you know right then and there, hey, you're not necessarily invited to this event, so why are you going? And I would have been like, I would have said that, like, Tisha, Kimmy ain't reached out to me about coming, so what's up? Carlos, is this you behind the scenes? I feel like this is Carlos them behind the scenes. I'm gonna leave that be. But yeah, in this scene, I just realized that Wanda lacks any sense of accountability. Hence where Tisha gets it from. Also, this whole thing about, being on somebody's side. It's like, damn, how old are you guys? Really annoying. So then we also see later in the episode, we saw that Kimmy, as well as Maurice, Marceau, and Martell went shopping for the camping trip that they're going on with Sadaric. Man, Martell, when it comes to the clothing, brother, please buy a bigger size. Those nut-hugging pants, I'm like, can your nuts breathe in them pants? Because, they was skin tight. I'm like, damn, if you bend over the wrong way, rip. So Martell, he apologizes to Kimmy, for his actions at the party. I'm like, about time. Like, I didn't understand it last week when Martell was apologizing to Destiny instead of Kimmy. Kimmy is the first person you owe an apology to, but I'm glad he finally gave Kimmy an apology. And they do talk about Jalen's, they talk about him and Mel. And he also talks about, the situation between he and Marcus at the party. Now, do I agree with what Marcus said at the party? Not really. I think Marcus could have went a different way about addressing that. He could have went a different way about addressing that, definitely, for sure. But did Martell have to blow up like that? No. And do I think Martell was going to do anything? Absolutely not. Martell had space and opportunity to do whatever he was going to do, but he didn't. So then we see Maurice and Marceau talking as well. So Marceau is telling, Maurice about how Chris came to him about developing, the development that he wants him to be a part of. But then he also tells him that's also the 47 acres. So listening to Marceau talk, I'm like, oh, so do you not trust Martell? Like, what's up? Like when it comes to Marceau and Martell, they're annoying me, honestly. Yeah. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So we're gonna wrap the episode up. So I'm gonna go out of order. I'm gonna end with the camping trip with the guys, but that's actually what came first. But I'm gonna talk about Mel first. So Mel, she and the kids, they go out to a pumpkin patch, and Mel says that this is something that she and the kids used to do with Martell. So we see that Mel is joined by her friend Ima, something like that. You guys remember last season when she was supposed to be in that play? Well, the play never happened because of coronavirus, but Mel and that lady did become good friends with one another. So they're talking to the kids about the divorce, and so she's divorced, and her son stays with her dad, and the kids started asking her questions about that. And it was in this scene that I was like, oh my God, these kids know a lot. And I don't think, yeah, Mel, I think at this point, it might be best to sit your kids down with a therapist or a counselor, because I feel like at this point, I feel like the kids are seeing too much and they don't understand what they're seeing. Because Martell Jr., he was talking about the fact that when, Mel got her clothes, how Big Martell, acted a complete fool. I'm like, wait a minute. So when she got her clothes, you acted a fool in front of your children. Your children saw this. And then they're also talking about the fact that they see Mel crying. I'm like, oh my God, these kids are gonna need some true therapy. Like, I think these kids are gonna need real therapy, because I'm not gonna sit here and take anything away from Mel and Martell about their kids. God, obviously they love their kids, but this divorce is so bad and bitter that when it comes to the kids are not being shielded. Like, the kids are seeing everything, and I don't think that's good for these kids to see Melody crying, Martell acting a donkey. Like, I just feel like they need to shield and protect their kids. And at this point, since the kids have saw this stuff, the best thing for the kids is going to be to get them some therapy and just have them sit down and talk to someone to get their feelings out. And I noticed what she was doing with Ima, but they need to have a child psychologist, a child psychologist or a psychiatrist. They need that, because this is just not a good look. So speaking of the guys, they're on their camping trip. So it's Martell, it's Maurice, and it's Cedric. Now before I think Maurice got there, Cedric and Martell were talking, and they were talking about the divorce as well. Now Cedric was talking to Martell about his parents divorced when he was younger. So he has a brother that's older than him, and then it's him, and he has two younger sisters. And Cedric's thing was, when his parents divorced, he and his older brother, they were affected more so than his sisters were, because his sisters were younger. And he said when his parents got divorced, he was in the 5th grade, if I'm not mistaken. And Martell was like, oh, so similar to my kids. He was like, yeah. Like, I just, again, like I said a few minutes ago, I just, the divorce, we can see that 100%. This divorce is going to be ugly and nasty. And the thing about it is, it's just the kids. You want to shield and protect the kids. You don't want them to, number one, have to grow up too fast. That's the real thing. You don't want the kids to have to grow up too fast, because they're seeing adult situations when they should not be seeing them. They should be kids going outside, having fun, playing with their friends, playing video games, doing whatever what a kid does. They don't need to be seeing or dealing with adult situations. And that's why I say that they really should sit the kids down with a therapist or a psychiatrist, one of the two. So the guys noticed that Marceau hasn't shown up. So Maurice calls Marceau on the phone, and he sees lights in the background. So what happened was Marceau was actually involved in an accident. So somebody hit his car, and then he was pushed into another car. I'm just glad that he's okay. Like, damn, crazy. So then we start talking about the women. I am so happy with Maurice. I can't say this enough because watching the show when Maurice kept telling Kimmy that he wanted Kimmy to leave her job. She's a nurse, and he wanted her to leave her job so that she could do whatever he wanted her to do. And I'm glad he's let go of that notion. He realizes that that is her career and that is her passion. Like, yes, don't take that from her. Support your woman. So I'm glad he's let that. I'm glad he's let that go. So then they're talking to Martell about his relationship with Mel, and he's talking about there's no. I mean, anybody with eyes or without eyes can see that there's no chance for Mel and Martell to get back together because it's at this point it's just way too much water under the bridge. And also when it comes to Martell is like I've been saying, he's a tit for tat type of person. And they asked him, so if Mel wanted to get back with you, how would you feel? You don't have to worry about that. I don't think Mel wants him back. Now, see, Martell's thing is he keeps wanting to say that Mel was cheating on him. When he found out she was cheating on him, see, like I said, he's a tit for tat. He likes, you do something, he wants to come back at you. He wants to one up you. It's like, dude, it ain't that deep. If Mel met up another guy after you guys had split up, you were cheating on her already. So what are you talking about? And then they were talking about the fact that about Mel not sucking his dick. It ain't. I mean, I have some. I don't understand it. I don't agree with it. If you notice that if you see, so we're gonna talk. Just have a little conversation real quick. Like, cause I was thinking about this before I even came on camera. So, if there are things in your relationship that you want, but your partner doesn't want it, like say you are a person who likes to swing. If you have a partner that doesn't like to swing, then don't get married to that person. Find you someone out there who wants to be a swinger and is cool with that. If you want to be in a polyamorous relationship, find you a partner that wants to be in a polyamorous relationship. If you have a partner, if you want someone that is going to allow you to perform fellatio on them and vice versa, if you want that, and you know that your partner they'll receive it, but they won't give it to you, then you might want to find someone else. Don't marry them knowing don't marry someone if that is a non-negotiable for you, because obviously the fact that she didn't suck his dick is a non-negotiable for him. If he knew that going into the marriage, he should not have done it. Like, if you knew that your wife don't suck dick, then why marry her? Because if she doesn't suck dick, then I don't think that you're going to be able to change her and make her say, oh, you got a big King Kong cobra dick. Let me suck that motherfucker. Like, if she's not a dick sucker, you can't make her. Like, just like with him. If she wanted him to, go down and eat her out, and that's not something he wants to do, then you can't change a person. If that's not what they don't want, if that's not something that they're into, you cannot change that about the person. God. So for Maurice them to say that you have three options. You can talk to your partner about it, you can cheat, or you can leave them. Only one of those options is correct. Talk to your partner about it. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make Martell the whole bad guy in this situation, because if he did, I'm just saying this, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not defending him or Mel in this situation. But if Martell did talk to Mel about, hey, babe, I like it when someone, I love getting my dick sucked. Like, is it something that you could do? Can we make a compromise? I'm talking about the word. Can we make a compromise? You don't have to do it every day. I'm cool with that. But can I get it on special occasions? Can I get it on my birthday? Can I get it on an anniversary? Can I get it on holidays? Like, can I get it on Christmas? Can I get it New Year's? Can I get it Thanksgiving. Like, can I get it sparingly? It doesn't have to be every day. Can I get it every blue moon? Like, damn. Now, if he said that and she still didn't want to do it, it still didn't give him the right. It still did not give him the right to go out and cheat on her. What you should have did at that point, like I said, if it was a non-negotiable, you should have saw your way right out the marriage. That's all I got to say about that one. So then Sadaric asked him about the rumor that's out about Arian, whatever the girl's name is, if she's pregnant. Well, Martell said yes, she is pregnant, and it's his because the timeline matches up perfectly. Now, see, he told Mel that in retaliation because he said Mel was cheating on him. How old, like Martell, you know what? People leave this in my comments almost every week, but the more that I talk about it, the more I really do see it. Martell and Tisha are one and the same person. Literally, they're one and the same person. You know, the one thing I was thinking about also before I came on this camera, when it comes down to Arian, whatever her name is, and Martell, y'all might be happy now with your baby, but that bliss is not gonna last forever. Karma is what I call a big fat bitch that's gonna come and sit on you. She's a bitch, and y'all got it coming to you eventually. It might not come today, it might not come tomorrow, it might not come in 5 months, it might not come in a year, it might not come in 5 years. It can come up whenever. But just know, karma is coming for you too. That's all I gotta say. But you guys, that is the episode. Please let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Please like this video. Leave your comments in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell button so you guys are aware of when I drop anything else, and share this video. And until the next one, you guys, do me a solid favor. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember to wash your hands, to wear your mask, and to socially distance. And also, you guys, go over there and subscribe to the Planner channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.